copy it like that. Where's Sergeant Stewart?
What's up, guys? Welcome to FTX Cycle 0318 Task Force Charlie, where I will be Zeusing tonight. These guys are doing convoy and mounted ops for the FTX, so they're going to be going over classroom stuff. If you watched last week, it's the same classroom stuff that I taught last week. They're going to be doing that first. And while they're doing that, I'm going to be building the FTX, or the actual live fire portion. So their convoy route is from the airbase here.
Station on the set. This is 33 requesting radar check on frequency 130.
And they're gonna go.
33. This is 37.
See my mouse? Yeah, they're gonna go down this road, and then
37, 33. Copy that. 33 out.
over here. Pretty much this route. It's going pretty much straight through the middle of the map from right to left. So I gotta figure out where and how to ambush them. Whether or not I want to build up one of the towns. But first thing I'm going to do is put some civilians down. So put some civilians down where they'll see them on their route. Civilians, African, doom.
Do everything.
See through actual radar check 130.
Alright. The way you do that, this is 32. Requesting radio check on frequency 130.
Shocked civilian? I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Right.
32 radar check 130. 32. This is 37. I read you Lima on frequency 130. We're gonna work on that. Over. Copy out.
J'attends les ordres.
Or this will kill that guy. Well, these sorts of missions are... Hope this doesn't blow up. That was not intended.
This is 3-6. Give me all comms. One mic.
I want to make sure I'm sending a bullet up in the fucking air and it comes down and hits me in the fucking face.
It's all not combat ready, so they won't react to combat. There we go. Two guys working on a truck.
Doesn't do anything. Doing, sir?
J'attends les ordres.
Oh, sir, you know, sometimes you gotta see my eyes just to see what's going on. Yes, I do have eye pros. I just took them off so they can see into my soul. I'm 3-7. Yes, Sergeant Line. The Vixor to the north. Right over. To the north. A-firm. Solid copy, Romeo.
3-6, back on comms.
Hey, I know you went up comms.
3-6-7, solid copy.
Yes. Medic's not here?
This is 3-4, radio checking frequency 130, over.
Hey, Mike. Come to my position.
3-4, this is 3-3, we need leaving channel frequency 130. 3-4, solid copy, yep.
Alright, solid.
Shut down les
Just going to tell companies, staff Mike, let them know so they have an idea what the fuck's happening. Alright, that's fine. If he comes in here, we'll get him pulled over.
All squads is 3-7 break. Give me a proper check if all you guys are kitted out and ready to fuck some shit up tonight. Over.
3-2 copies.
Hey, firm, sir.
Fucking boonie hat crew over here.
Yes, sir.
3-7, this is 3-3, break.
106. Okay.
Are you talking to me?
Okay, that's fine, sir.
No.
Send it through 3.
3-3 is all in, ready to shoot some shit up.
Solid copy 3-3.
7 go for 3. I'm 3-1.
3-6, this is 7. Notify your platoon sergeant that he sounds like he is talking inside my fucking ear. Learn how to use whisper. Over.
Roger, 7, 1 form.
Roger, 7 out.
Is everyone here?
Havoc 3 is
don't
3-4.
need a whole lot of
3-4
vehicles
is
and
3-7,
stuff.
send it.
3-7 B-Thighs, 3-4 is good to go.
Solid copy 3-4. This is 3-7. You guys ready?
Okay, stop animation. Got it.
3-1's ready to go.
Stop whatever animation they're doing.
3-2 is 3-7. You ready to go?
3-7, 3-2 is ready to go. Sergeant Aldridge is having technical issues, so we're gonna run Bravo as a 3-man team until he gets us through.
Solid copy.
These four guys look highly suspicious. That's racist.
Havoc 3, this is 3-4.
3-4 is 3-7.
3 is 7 on 3-1. 3-4, sorry, 3-7 just to go to my
Good
last
for
one, Mike.
3 on 3-1.
Say again,
3-6.
Those are the animations we should go into when we get down. Of course, that would make it fucking impossible to treat someone when they're down, having to...
Yeah, Roger, 7, about 2 more mics and we'll be all set.
3-6 is 7, solid copy, 7 out.
What? What you gotta do?
Nope. Oh, I didn't notice the lean on wall has them acting like they have a weapon in
Sergeant
there.
Yogi, you
It's
guys
kind of
good
hard
to
to
go.
tell, though.
Okay. Sergeant Stewart, you guys all set to go? Sergeant Lear, you all set to go? Alright.
All good.
It's chatter.
Richie, hurry up with the 3-2 check.
I got this. So let's
Let's wrap it up over there.
Let's
Let's
go.
get this going.
Chair select.
Captain?
Yeah.
How much more time you think you're gonna need?
I mean, you still have to do all your shit, so I should be fine by the time you guys are ready to go.
Alright, just making sure. Want to know if I needed to prolong it any.
No. Alright, I'm gonna try this, but it's probably gonna wreck.
I'm not done. Reçu. Reçu. Compris. En route. C'est reçu.
Should probably have him going the other way, but whatever. Speed. Alright, that's going to be it for civilians there. I mean, they'll see a couple of groups of civilians on the way, and maybe they'll see the Jeep, maybe they won't. And what's the route? The route's going down here. Okay, good, and he did hit the cycle, and it cycled all the waypoints. Route's going down here, and then here, here. Oh, hey, look, it's another checkpoint. What checkpoint did we deal with last week? It was checkpoint Sir. So I guess I'll have them deal with checkpoint Weast? Weast? Is that how we pronounce that?
Seven is 36 and 31.
36 is 7, send traffic.
Havoc 3 is all set to go.
36 is 7, solid copy.
Wait, is this the checkpoint? No.
What?
That's the checkpoint. No. Yes, that's the checkpoint. Alright, you can have them clear that out, so.
All elements on 3-1, move your elements over to the north to where we have the vehicles lined up, and then get them school
Havoc
circle.
3, let's get going to the north by the road.
Full copies.
We're gonna get into school circle on the first sergeant. Let's
roadblock.
go.
Roadblocks.
Doesn't gotta be fancy, just make it happen.
Military. Roadblocks.
Roger, 7, we're moving now.
No hit box.
7 copies all. 7 out.
What you guys get if you're getting a school circle?
Alright, school circle around the meanest motherfucker in this unit.
But I'm standing over here.
Alright, listen up. So, continuing on with this cycle of FTXs, we are training on mounted procedures and convoy. So, first thing we're going to go over one of the big hang-ups when it comes to convoy is comms. Communications are almost always an issue in convoy. Somebody stand up that can tell me who works the radio in the vehicle, who works the long-range radio. Sergeant Yogi. Put yourself on yelling.
Thank you for Sergeant. The gunner or the driver handles the radio.
Wrong. Somebody else stand up. Driver Bollinger.
Thank you, First Sergeant. It doesn't fucking matter who's running it as long as someone is.
There you go. Most important thing is making sure someone is up on 5-0 and doing the speaking for the vehicle. Long-range radio in the truck, either the driver or the gunner sets it to 5-0 and puts it on speakers. They do not have to be the person talking on the radio. Preferably it's the driver, but they're not always capable of doing that. As long as someone in that Vic is up on 5-0 and relaying pertinent information from that vehicle, that is what matters. Secondly, when you first get onto net with that vehicle, I don't care if you're the driver, the gunner, the fucking squad lead, team lead, whoever the fuck is making the radio calls for that vehicle, you do not check in on a goddamn radio net. You do a radio check for your vehicle. Alright, instead of your normal calling station, you use your vehicle number. Very simple. You're the third vehicle in the convoy, you're Vic 3. Alright, so any station this net, Vic 3, radio check, frequency 50, over. Boom. You're good to go. That is not the same as the convoy commander telling all vehicles to check in when they're ready to roll. That is a fucking check-in. The first time speaking on the radio frequency, it's not a fucking check-in, it's a radio check, do it properly. Does everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sergeant.
Yes, for Sergeant.
Alright. Who can tell me who decides when the vehicle pulls into this formation, which is a herringbone? Who decides when we go into a herringbone? Somebody stand up. Corporal Hardman.
Convoy Commander, First Sergeant.
And there's more to that. Sergeant Smith.
The front Vic as well, Sergeant.
There you go. Lead Vic and Convoy Commander are the only ones that decide if we go into a herringbone. Alright, Convoy Commander will tell you to go into a herringbone. Alternatively, if the lead Vic deems that they are under too heavy a fire and they cannot push through, then they can call for a herringbone. However, make goddamn sure you're not calling for that herringbone in the middle of Death fucking Valley. Alright, we do not stop in an ambush zone. We push through the contact. But if that lead vehicle is under such heavy fire and that vehicle gets disabled, then we're gonna have to herringbone. We're not leaving that vehicle in the kill zone on their own. Just not gonna happen. Now when we herringbone, what is the first fucking thing we do when we stop these vehicles? Somebody stand up. Specialist Lee.
Thank you, First Sergeant. We first soft dismount.
There you go. Soft dismount. As soon as that vehicle stops, get the fuck out of the truck. If you are not in the driver's seat or the gunner's turret, get out. Alright, these things are big-ass bullet magnets. Once you get out of the truck, look for the closest piece of cover you can find. Try your best to not use the vehicle for cover. If there's no cover immediately available, then use the vehicle if you have to. What is the one thing you do not do when you dismount that truck? Somebody stand up. Who's in the back there? Sergeant Stevens.
Thank you, First Sergeant. Do not cross the fucking road, Sergeant. First Sergeant.
Exactly. Do not be the chicken. Do not cross the fucking road. Alright, if we roll up on a roadblock and there's a piece of armor out in front of the convoy and we dismount, there's a very good chance there's about to be a fucking Mars rocket flying right down the center of that convoy. You do not want to catch a Mars rocket to the face. I promise you, it will not exfoliate your skin. Alternatively, if there is a lot of infantry down there, 240s are going to be set up on the rails. Who can tell me what the rails are? Somebody stand up. What's the rails? Sergeant Smith.
The edge of the road, like around here.
Edge of the road, exactly, where you see Sergeant Smith. All right. So if we say the 240s are setting up on the rails, they're setting up right on the edge of the road. Do not approach the edge of the road. Our 240 gunners are very goddamn good, but if their rounds are have already left their barrel, they can't call them back. Now, when we initially leave in a convoy, the convoy commander, which is almost always going to be the task force commander, is the only person that gives the order for that convoy to roll. When we give that order to roll, generally we're going to give you a speed limit to travel at. So we'll tell you something along the lines of set speed limiter to 50 kph. Who can tell me how you set the speed limiter in one of these trucks? Specialist Van Harlem.
Thank you, First Sergeant. You press delete when you reach the speed.
There you go. All right, so you get the vehicle
I did
up
not
to
know
your
that.
desired speed, press delete, and you continue holding the whiskey key. All right, it is not a cruise control. It is simply a speed limiter that stops you from going any faster. It does not maintain that speed for you. So if I tell you guys we're Oscar Mike at 50 kph, lead Vic's going to radio, lead Vic is rolling, whatever. They're going to get it up to 50 kph. That driver's going to hit delete and just hold his finger down on the whiskey key. If I then come across the radio later on and say you reduce speed to 30 kph, he's then going to slow it down to 30, turn the speed limiter back on at 30 until I tell him to increase speed. That's another important thing to note. When we make speed changes, lead Vic and the last Vic need to confirm when they make those changes and do it before, make that confirmation before you actually do that speed change. So if I tell you over the convoy net to slow to 30 kph, don't just immediately slow down, because you're going to end up having the trucks behind you run into you. All right? Start slowing down after you radio up, lead Vic slowing to 30 kph, and then you slow down to 30 and hit your speed limiter. That way we don't get as bad of a concertina effect all the way down the convoy. Corporal Patty, question.
Thank you, First Sergeant. Just to clarify, if you let go of the W key, does the speed limiter reset?
Negative. You have to hit the brakes. Just tap them.
Roger that. Thank you, First Sergeant.
All right, so as I was saying, lead Vic, last Vic, you guys need to make sure you call when you make those speed changes. Same as when we go into a town. All right, if we don't dismount and walk the vehicles in, if we just roll through the town, lead Vic, you're going to call that you're slowing down, entering the town. You'll enter the town. Once you get out of the town, you do not immediately speed back up to whatever our speed was. You maintain that same 30 kph or whatever we're doing through the town until the last vehicle calls that they're clear of the town. Once the last Vic calls that they're clear,
I
then
guess I should actually
we
put
go
some
back
units
up
at the checkpoint
to
itself.
open road speed. All right, everybody clear on that?
Affirm for Sergeant.
All right. Who can tell me who drives the vehicle? Sergeant Loster.
Thank you, First Sergeant. The most capable driver in the squad.
Exactly. All right. It is generally taught that the rifleman is the driver. However, just like with formations or anything else, whoever's best suited to do that job, then they do that fucking job. If you've got a rifleman who can't drive a fucking shopping cart, I do not want him in charge of a 5-ton truck that has a machine gun on top of it. Put him in the fucking back so he can play with his finger paints. If you've got a gunner who's generally supposed to be the grenadier, but the grenadier couldn't hit the fucking broadside of a barn with his weapon, don't put him in the gun. Put somebody else up there. All right, is everybody clear on that?
Yes, First Sergeant.
Yes, First Sergeant.
Outstanding. Now, who can tell me which sector the lead vehicle's gunner covers? Specialist J and Lee, you stood up. Don't fucking go back down. There you go. Send it.
Hey, First Sergeant, the front of the convoy.
The front what?
The front 90 degrees of the sergeant.
Nice. Alright.
90 degrees is a very difficult angle to cover at the front. Sergeant Smith.
12 o'clock, first sergeant.
Close. Front 180 degrees. Alright. Lead vehicle and the last vehicle have the biggest responsibility. They cover full 180 degrees
Should
to
be
the
pretty
front
good
and to the rear.
for their first.
At no point in time
counter.
should that lead vehicle's gun ever move past either his 3 o'clock or his 9 o'clock. Same goes for the last Vic. Last Vic is always covering the 6, and his gun does not rotate beyond that 3 o'clock or that 9 o'clock when we're rolling. That does not translate to when we're engaging. Okay? If we get into a firefight, it's just like working essentially with infantry that are 15 feet tall and weigh 5 tons. Okay? Those trucks create a fucking engagement line, just like we do with the infantry. Okay, so we pull the trucks up on line with each other behind the infantry, and then they start engaging outward. You do not keep your vehicles in a straight file when we're in an engagement. You need to pull those trucks up, get them on an engagement line, and get them engaging. All right, they're a huge force multiplier. The reason we use these things is because they're a huge force multiplier, not just because they shuttle your fucking dumbasses around town. We use them because of the big-ass guns that are on top of them. So do not be afraid to pull your vehicles up from the rear of the convoy and use those guns. Now, obviously, someone still needs to be on rear security. However, use some common sense. What's better at providing rear security? 2 or 3 guys with M4s? Or a 50 caliber? Well, a 50 caliber heavy machine gun is pretty wasted just staring at the back of the convoy, and those couple of guys with M4s may drop somebody that's 400 meters out. That 50 cal can reach over 1,000 meters. Pull your gun trucks up. Use the turrets. Put the infantry on rear security. If they see something pop up, that gunner can spin his turret around and start engaging if need be. But he is better suited engaging at the front of the engagement line. Alright, everybody clear on that?
Yes, for Sergeant.
Alright. Now, last thing we're going to go over here. When we are approaching a known hostile area, as we talked about, we'll herringbone the trucks, we'll dismount them. Once we dismount and start moving forward, where should the trucks be in relation to the infantry? Somebody stand up and tell me. Start in line.
Behind the infantry, First Sergeant.
Exactly. Those trucks always need to be back behind the infantry. You guys push out in front of the trucks to act as a sensor for that vehicle. I want minimum 50 meters between the infantry and the trucks behind them. Right? Preferably, have the trucks back behind a little bit of defilade that the gunner can see up over and fire. That's not always achievable, so at best, push the infantry 50 meters or so out there in front of the gun trucks so they can try to deal with any threats that may engage the truck. Right? They're always going to try and take out the trucks before they try and take out the infantry. It's a bigger target, it's a bigger threat, especially when it comes to any type of armor. They're going to go for the gun trucks. They're not going to go for us first. But if you guys are out there in front of the trucks 50 meters or so, you guys with the AT-4s, weapons guys, even you guys with the laws, you can take that threat out before it has a chance to fire at the gun trucks. Alright, anybody have any questions on that? Alright, anybody have any questions on anything we have covered thus far?
There's no furniture in this building.
Negative.
Outstanding. Captain, did you have anything you would like to add?
Negative.
Alright. Go ahead and move yourselves over by that fucking wall to yourself for now. Lead elements on me.
That's you, 3-1.
Like you should. Dodge the ball a little bit. Good.
Un de moins.
Oh! Perfect. So every time you remove a wheel, is that thing still drivable? Oh, I know what I'll do here.
Someone undo whatever the fuck they just did. Now is not the time to be fucking around.
I don't know how to turn the,
If I can fucking hear you all the way over there, you're not doing it right. Put your fucking ass on whisper.
I will show you the way.
I am on yelling.
Now you will.
Alright, motherfuckers. Open up your maps.
We got a change of plans. Cop Alpha is not Cop Alpha, it's Cop Delta. So we're gonna be going to Cop Delta. Can everyone see the route marked on the map?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Alright, pretty simple. We already went through the briefing. So 3-1, get your guys all loaded in the first Vic.
Anatan Dort. Anatan Dort.
Alright, 3-1 on me.
We missing some fucking people?
I don't think so. Three, 2, get in the second Vic.
X3 is 3-1. 3-1, 3-7, send it. Interrogative, where the first Vic's supposed to be a Mark 19, over. Affirm, it was supposed to
Turn
be.
the face of that. It's weird.
Roger that, we'll wait until it fix it.
Is this a Mark 19?
The rear Vic's are Mark 19. Just switch the front and rear Vics.
3-1, this is 3-7. I'm bringing up a Mark 19 now. Roger that.
Sergeant Petco, where you at? Alright, you guys
3-1, this is 3-7.
Alright, so get in the 2 Vics and split your guys up evenly. No, these are for Havoc 4. It would be that Vic and the next Vic.
Alright.
And not the command Vic, the MRAPs. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. I get you guys all evened out. And then Sergeant Yogi. You'll be the last Vic once we get a Vic.
There's our baby. Yeah, let's go ahead. Thank you, sir. Ratio 2 No problem. Have one of your boys take this Vic to the back.
Just go ahead and get the Vics.
Alright, volunteer.
Lieutenant. Where's the fucking lieutenant?
3 to 7 on 3-1.
Stand by.
Do I have a volunteer to take the back? Yep, take the back. Okay, thank you. LT, you're not transmitting.
7, go ahead for 3.
3 to 7 on 3-1. Make sure you work with Havoc 4 to keep these vehicles in the correct order.
Yes.
So we do not have anybody leapfrogging anyone else over.
Yeah, the last.
Roger, Havoc 7. Also, can we get a Mark 19 MRAP spawned for the last Vic?
Yep.
Solid copy 3-6, stand by.
Roger, 7.
Aries, this is 7 on 3-1.
7 3-1. 3-1, tell you
This Aries on 3-1, send traffic.
You just got hit.
Aries 7, interrogative. Did you receive that request for Mark 19 for the last Vic? Over.
Stand by.
Roger, standing by.
3-4, you guys in the rear?
Don't worry about it.
Why don't you get left? This is free fire if we're still waiting for a Vic to the Vic.
Roger, should be spawned soon. What the fuck are they doing?
This is fucking Aries on 3-1. There's already a Mark 19 in the motor pool.
Aries is 7, solid copy. 3, how copy Aries last?
Okay. Roger, 7, we're getting it now.
Solid copy, 7 out.
Should be the click button.
Dinguses.
Get that shit over ASAP.
3, this is 4 on 3-1.
4, go ahead for 3 on 3-1.
364 on 3-1, interrogative. Do you want us to line up our own Vics, or do you want your guys who are already moving Vics to take care of it?
If you could line up your own Vics, that'd be nice.
Yeah, no problem. Just wanted to check in first before out.
Look, there's even some blood right there because my dude got hurt.
Out.
No, don't. Listing. I think that's supposed to say listening. I didn't notice that typo.
3-1, are you guys all set?
Everyone's all set, Afer.
3-2, are you all set?
3-2 is all loaded.
3-3, are you guys all set?
3-3 is all ready.
3-4, is the Vic have the rockets in it that are good?
This is free full standby on that.
If they aren't, get a runner, get them quick. Or transfer the ones from the front Vic to the rear.
Should be rockets in every Vic.
This is free full. The rockets are good.
Roger that. 3-4, you good?
Alright, they're not gonna be stopping here, so it's probably enough.
You know, I would have liked to rev with the first sergeant, but I don't think he likes me in his vehicle that much.
Solid copy 3-3 Mike.
so that's the route. They're going there, they're going around here, they're going through there, through here. You can see all their turns.
3-4, this is 3-6, 130, you guys good?
Send it 3-6.
Are you guys all set?
This is free for all. A firm, we're all set.
Alright, 3-4. 7 is 3-6 on 3-1.
3-6 is 7, send traffic.
Havoc 3 is ready to roll out.
What do you guys think the chances of me being able to set up a
3-6 is 7,
successful,
solid
proper
copy.
ambush
Notify
are?
all troopers to condition 1 their weapons over.
Havoc 3, make sure everyone's condition 1 on your weapons.
3-6 is 7, I'll copy my last.
This is 3-6, copy, 7.
Roger. 4, what's your status?
7, this is 4. Be advised, these Vics don't have a long-range radio.
4, this is 7, solid copy. We will use 3-1 to communicate.
Roger that. Then in that case, Havoc 4 is mounted up and ready to go as well.
4 is 7, solid copy, 7 out.
Get in.
Of course, aerial assets are going to just see this and warn them about it first.
7, this is 4 on 3-1 over.
7 on 3-1, send it.
7, this is 4, interrogative. I can have my guys, one of my guys in each truck set their short range to 5-0 if that's easier. Over.
4
Yes,
7, solid copy. A firm on that.
Roger that. Stand by on radio checks from 3 and 4 then. 4 out.
So the idea is, once the convoy takes the left turn, once the lead Vic takes a left turn, I'm going to click on all these, tell them to stand up. And they should all stand up and start shooting. But I will take the RPGs away.
Back it up.
4 is 7 on 3-1.
7, this is 4, send traffic.
4 is 7, interrogative with status, getting those guys on 5-0.
I thought they were doing it 7 and I'll follow them up now.
4 is 7, solid copy, they're doing those checks now, 7 out.
Prone. Okay. Ooh, I could fuck them up.
Break.
Just make a completely impassable roadblock.
Make sure your gunners are visual and looking out and seeing what the fuck they can see. I don't want them becoming stagnant. Over.
And then make them have to fight through this town.
3-2 copies.
3-4 copies.
Is there anywhere else I can do that at? No. I'm gonna have to detour down through here. We don't have IED detectors, so we don't use IEDs. Right back.
7, this is 4 on 3, 1 over.
4-7's on traffic.
7, this is 4, you've probably seen them by now, but just mentioning the civilians around the road, so we're past the
3733, be advised there are civilians within the
4-7, aim for eyes on.
Solid copy, 3-3.
Roger, fire.
This is 3-4, we got civilian victim destroyed from right next to us.
3-4, this is 3-7, solid copy.
This is 3-4, the civilian victor's turned. Moving east.
Are they dismounting for a civilian bit?
This is 7 on 3-1.
Good for 3 on 3-1.
3, this is 7 on 3-1. Be advised, word was passed on convoy net that vehicle did break off to the east. Break. Uniform is correct.
This is 3-4, that's the vehicle truck's coming towards us. Actor is 3-1, we got shots towards the south, over.
This is 3-6, we got a civilian Vic down here, we just put warning shots out.
This is 3-4, that's civilian dismounted.
3 is 7 on 3-1.
Good for 3 on 3-1-7.
3 this is 7, interrogative, what's the status of that fucking civilian Vic that just took warning shots?
Looks like the civilian has got out and is hiding behind the Vic.
3 this is 7, solid copy. Get your guys mounted back up, let's get out of here.
Roger, 7. Alright guys, mount your guys back up, let's get going.
She could flick people off, or just have them stand there and flick them off.
Have to be advised, they's all mounted up. This is 3-4, mounted up break.
But you can't hold the warning.
Be advised, that's civilian
3-1, once
back
your
into a
vehicles
short
are loaded
neighbor
with all your troops, go ahead and pull them back on the road in order. Over.
3-7-3-2
All squads is 3-7 break. Once your guys loaded in, go and load your vehicle.
Clearly just going to the fucking beach.
4 copies.
This one went out.
All elements 3-1, notify once you're ready to roll.
All squads is 3-7, are you all loaded in?
This is 3-4, affirm, below. 2-3's all good?
3-2's all in.
This is 3-7, ready to go.
It's 3-7, you can't load in?
Nope.
7, stand by, we got a problem with one of the Vics.
How they We just 3-7, solid copy. Get that shit squared away with a
All fixed, you can get it in 3-7.
3-1, what happened up there?
It doesn't let to hop into commander's seat from directly at the back. You have to get into the back seat first, and then from that into commander's seat.
Are we all good then?
All good now.
7-3, we're all set now.
3-7, solid copy.
I'd garrison this and sort of try to force them to move in and take it out. But if I garrison it, they're just going to sit over there and fucking destroy everyone and everything in it.
All squads is 3-7 brick. Be aware of any garbage or any debris within the streets. If you have to go around and announce it on convoy net, over.
3-2 copies. 3-4 copies. 2 copies.
Okay, I guess someone saw it.
3-7 out.
I was gonna say, that's really weird that I just put that down and he said that. I mean, someone's watching the fucking stream, but I guess he saw it as his Vic passed by. Well, that was a bit of a fucking delayed reaction.
7, this is 4, disregard my last 4 out.
Be advised, the fucking hills are crawling at bearing 307.
Be advised, we got guys to the fucking hills at 317, 317.
3-4 copies.
3-4, this is 3-7.
7, this is what be advised, close ready.
Who's the sniper shooting? The sniper's popping rounds.
Confirm he's down.
3-7, solid copy. Be advised, uniform is working on getting eyes on the backside of that death place for us. Over.
Largo 7.
3-1, this is 3-7. 7-3-1. 3-1, what's the status of that tower?
3-1's currently at the hill. Going to the tower. Break. Also, our gun turret is
solid copy. 3-1, 2 for 3-7.
7-3, go ahead.
3-7, be advised, uniform has eyes on stationary BTR reference, blue force marker 0720, red break.
All squad is 3-7, break. BTR has been located at blue force marker 0730. Just to the northwest down the road.
Gonna try and have 3-4.
Roger, 7-0.
3-2, 3-1. If you can locate that BTR by going up that hill slightly, go.
3 copies, we'll keep our eyes out for it. 3-3,
be nice if you could drop a frag.
Mark. 3-4, this is 3-7.
Go for 3-4.
3-4. Do not waste some.
Break, 3-2, 113, moving directly south. Active M113, moving directly south.
Shooting at this thing with small arms.
3-4, maneuver on it, go ahead. 3-1, what's the status of that BTR to our fucking west?
3-1 has no eyes on it, we're waiting for it to show up, over.
Solid copy, 3-1.
3, this is 7 on 3-1.
Sorry, good. 3.
3, this is 7, be advised, we have infantry to our southwest, reference mark 073.
Have you be advised, my vehicle gunner is saying that this is a transport coming in from north to south on the road.
We'll be having 4 levels.
I can do this 3-1, be advised, break. 3-1
Solid copy. Orders is coming in on 0737 at River 0551.
I love it when they actually do something.
4 rounds HE, break. Marker 073.
Contact.
Just southwest of previous marker, square 053050, 2 rounds HE.
Oh shit, I forgot about the BTR over here. It went out on its own. That's good.
All squads, this is 3-7, break.
3, this is 4 on 3-1.
We have multiple enemy markers that do please come to southwest of us. I'll make sure we're one straight in the area. 3-1.
4, go ahead. 3 on 3-1.
Oh, I don't have all the players on Zeus. There we go. Every time I take over a unit, it undoes my volume reductions.
The turret isn't rotating and it's not even damaged.
non-operable for lead fit. Have another vehicle take
Follow me, Bravo. Disregard.
Roger that, 7.
3-7, 2 seconds, fire up slope from the northwest, infantry.
Have 4 rounds complete, be advised, off comms 30. Have a be advised, there are multiple infantry fighting vehicles around the military compound in southwest.
3-6 is 7, send it.
You will have a crew to assault the base at 05.
He's making his way. No, he stopped.
Solid copy 3-1, just be careful there.
3, this is 7 on 3-1.
I don't know what that is shooting from inside there.
3-6 on 3-1, 7.
3-6 is
You will take an HMG fire from the south. Go ahead and use the back slope to get up there and cover and clear it.
Everyone's already up the hill, basically.
South copy, just dropping the deflate. You're gonna get HMG from the fucking compound to our south over.
Yeah, already
Who's shooting?
3-1 is 3-7.
It's 3-1 said.
It's the two M113s, I think, that are shooting.
3-3, this is 3-7.
4, this is Dagger on 3-1. 7 for 4 on 3-1. Havoc 4, fire for effect, marker 0737, grid 055050, 6 rounds, HE.
All squads, this is 3-7 break.
Solid copy on fly mission, interrogative, what are we firing at? Be advised, mechanized infantry inside that base.
I don't know if this is that round that drops.
7, this is 3 on 3-1.
3, this is 7, send it.
This is free flow, take an
We're going to
LPG
report
flight
some
and after 2.
civilians to the southwest in the compound.
3, this is 7, solid copy. We'll try and watch our fire the best we can, but if they're too stupid to get out of the way, it's their own goddamn fault. Break. Once that fire mission
Free one,
has
this is
a
free
score
flow.
hits, I want you pushing your infantry into this compound, over.
3-1, this is free flow.
Roger, 7. 6 out.
This is 3-1 said.
Be advised, flash on splash.
3-1, this is free flow. Have you secured that hill? Have you secured that hill, A5? A-firm, hill secure. If you want to push up, you're free to do so, over. Yeah, A-firm, I'm going to send one of my MGs and AT to you.
Roger 4, police fire mission, out.
All squads, this is 3-7 break.
Havoc 4, 3 on 3-1.
Once that fire mission is complete on that compound,
Oh, you guys done with that
3-3,
fire mission?
you're going to start pushing in there and salting it.
That's nice, we'll left the tube, that should have all hit by now,
You will push into that compound to our
Roger,
south,
Havoc 4.
over. 3-2 cop.
7, this is 3, we're starting a maneuver to that compound.
3-2 is 3-7, let's go, let's go.
What the fuck? Alright.
Interrogative 7, do you want us to pack it up and move it up, or stay here at the moment, over?
3, this is 3-7. Victory, provide base of fire. Friendly's approaching in from the northwest.
Sorry.
Apologies, 3-7, 3-3 is already on it.
South Coast, hold your guys there and make sure they fucking provide base of fire.
3-7, APC.
3-7.
That guy's like, no, that's not what I want to do, what the fuck?
This is free, so solid copy.
It's like, wrong button, god damn it!
Stop, stop.
3-4, what kind of hit with?
Apparently the driver's dead in there, so either that or he's unconscious. Nope.
There's no one in it. Don't fire on it.
Master's moving. 3-1, free full. Sir, 1 send. 3-1, be about to go in MG and 18. Let's move you up to the hill. Drew, got this, send him over.
3, start pushing in.
There's a guy in there earlier, I think. No, there's a guy in there. He's still in there. Oh, he's dead.
3-7, 3-2 is breached a wall on the north side of the compound. We have an entrance secured on the west side of the compound.
Solid copy 3-2, I need you to get in here and clear out these northwestern side.
Down the road for 3.
All squads, this is 3-7, communicate your with each other. All squads, this is 3-7, make sure, keep an eye out for that inbound 3.
Yeah, right, so we got 3-3 trying to look for it. for 3.
3 to 7, be advised that M113 has moved to mark break 0733 grid
3-1-5-7.
050.
Interrogate, do you have anything on our vehicle's technical condition, over?
Roger 7, just confirm it's 0733 at 053050.
Affirm 36.
Roger that 7.
Havoc free, this is free full. 3437.
37, do you want free full to push into the compound with 32 and 33?
That's a negative, hold that position you're at.
Just up the road.
3-1.
4 to 7 on 3-1.
Yeah, this is
Go 3-2. 3-2, we still got some of these fucking compounds not cleared out to our fucking northwest.
3 to 7 on 3-1.
Copy, we're pushing into the building time now.
There's only 3 guys left total.
3-1, 3-4, there's 3-7.
Someone fucking swagged the civilian right there.
Towards this position.
3 to 7, go ahead and
As well as your guys.
And his Vic. I wonder, did they drop mortars over here?
They're gonna meet us at this compound over.
3-3, that's you two, over.
What's that 7?
Say again for 3-3. For 3-3, have your vehicle put on this position now.
3-1, this is 3-6. 4 to 7.
Follow the rope. It's 3-1, send it for front.
Is your Vic still having that problem? 4 to 7. Once those vehicles up there by you are loaded up, go ahead.
What?
Get in line behind and follow them down. 3-4, you and 3-1 are gonna switch Vics.
Oh, this is the M113 that was originally at this roadblock.
Just free full second. Mark 19 to switch into
Disregard. Be advised, you should have 3-1 just to your northeast. Go ahead and they will take the last position.
3-3 copy is which Vic? The one by the supply Vics or the one currently on my position?
It doesn't matter. Just make it happen. Right now, 3-1's having a problem, but they can't rotate the turret for the lead Vics. We're gonna have to switch them out.
Copy that. I'll give them my Bravo Vic. This is free full.
Mr. 1 said.
3-1, my guys in mountain are coming your Vic so they can regroup with us.
Copy, I'm not sure we have enough space here.
If there's no room, I'll make it run.
3-1.
Good, 3 and 3-1. 3-1.
3 to 7 on 3-1.
3-7, we do fill ABC to the west.
Takes second to last at this time. Break.
You guys didn't know the M113 was amphibious?
Is going to be the last vehicle following the M3-1.
Roger 7 for 3-1, you second to last Vic.
3-1, this is 3-7. Mr. 1 said. 3-1, change of plan. You are going to be the second to the last Vic, second to the last Vic.
They have 1 Vic, there's 2 Vics here at the time.
Solid copy, 3-7.
Solid copy.
Interrogative, are we still going to trade Vics for 3-3? Affirm. So as you link up with 3-3, you're going to be trading Vics. 3 copies, what's what you...
Also, what's the status of that vehicle that I hit burn? Is that one of ours?
It's a negative, the M13, that's the west.
Traffic cross is free full.
3-4, 3-7, send it.
3-7, be advised. Getting pretty quiet.
Solid copy.
Where are you going? That's not where I fucking told you to go! Wow, this is... I had a steering wheel when I drove an M113.
7-3-1.
You're gonna switch to the second to last vehicle in the convoy. 3-3, you're gonna take the lead on 1 Vic.
3-2 copy lead. 1 convoy.
I said 3-3, not 3-2.
Disregard.
Is that
3-7, 3-6 is last.
It's an A firm.
Stop! Fuck! really good looking interior though. As far as interior.
3, this is 7 on 3-1.
Go in for 3 on 3-1.
3, this is 7. Have your guys take the fucking road. I don't know why they're going cross country. They need to follow the road.
All squads 3-7, break.
Is my guy dead? Does not look healthy.
All squads is 3-7, break. Do not use cross country. Use the road to get up to this compound. Over.
All stations, break. 3-1, stay away from the checkpoint.
At Blue Force marker 0733 at grid reference 052050. You know your loading orders, over.
7, this is 4 on 3-1.
Here we go.
7, this is 4. Be advised, those two trees on the road there are going to make it pretty hard for us to line up where we are. We might want to line up a little further down. Coming around the last checkpoint caused some issues for us in these 6-7.
3-1, make sure you're the second to last
Havoc 3,
vehicle.
be advised, the turret of that Mark 19 is fully operational at this time.
Just do what needs to be done. All elements on 3-1, do what needs to be done and get these vehicles lined up and ready to go.
Havoc 3, this is 3-3.
Full copy.
3-3, 3-7, send it.
3-7, 3-3, are I taking both vehicles as lead or just one?
Just one, 3-3. All squads is 3-7. What are we engaging, over?
Eyes on.
3-7 appears to be random infantry and buildings still.
7, go ahead for 3 on 3-1.
Solid copy, 3-3. Solid copy,
3, this is 7. When we get these vehicles lined up, make sure you have one of your spare Vics take position at the rear of the convoy to relieve the GCV from last Vic, over.
3-4, this is 3-7.
We'll have the 3-1.
Okay, finally just cleared that last guy.
3-4, line your Vic up on the road, let's go.
Disregard, 7, it's going to be 3-4 in the last.
This is 3-4, so the company was quickly loading up and then moving.
Let's take bets on whether we're going to shoot that guy or not.
All squads is 3-7. This is taking way too fucking long to get these vehicles set up. Let's go.
The order of the convoy is going to be 3-3's 1 Vic, then 3-2, Havoc 4.
Are these all the guys I had on those fucking rooftops? God damn it.
Havoc 3, the command Vic, and then Havoc 4. Make it happen.
Havoc 3, this is 3-1.
3-1, this is 3-7.
That's called barricading.
Who's the last Vic, over?
3-4. 3-4's last Vic.
Solid copy.
You are second to last.
B-A-R-R-I, barricade.
This is 3-4, back in the convoy.
Solid copy, 3-4.
So like a smoking tires object.
All squads is 3-7, break.
It's not post-process, what is it? It's...
All squads bear it to me when you're all set.
This is 3-4, 3-4, we're good to go.
Roger that, 3-4.
3-1's good to go.
Roger that, 3-1.
Environment, yeah.
3-2, 3-3.
3-3's all ready to go.
3-2 is mounted.
This is 3, Havoc 3 on 3-1, we're ready to roll, 7.
This is 4, be advised, we're all loaded up and ready to go.
All squads is 3-7 break. You guys can now properly turn on since we took contact and we know the imminent threat is around this area. Over.
3-2 copies.
Go ahead for 3 on 3-1. We're at 7, we're gonna relay.
Can't hear Brewer.
All squads 3-7 break.
Roger that, 7.
At Blue Force marker 075.
Come on, restart.
Three 7 out.
Here they come. Let's see what they do. Give them about a 50-50 chance between getting smoked and not getting smoked. Well, they're still alive. That's a good sign.
Havoc 3, this is 3-4.
What the fuck are you doing? You're just gonna drive around? The front big is like, what the fuck do we do? There you go.
So you got 3-4.
This is 3-4, be advised, I spell an ambush.
3, this is 7 on 3-1.
We shall see. Good for 3 on 3-1.
This is a good spot for an ambush.
3, this is 7, get that guy snatched up, cuffed, and get him back here to the GCV with a quickness. I do not want to hang out here long, over.
No ambush. Spoiler alert.
Roger that, 7.
Get that guy cuffed and get him in the GCV Vic ASAP.
This is 3 from sending an MG to the front of the convoy.
Seven, do you want us to blow the APC or just drive by it?
3, this is 7, prepare for debt.
All squads is 3-7 break. We're preparing detonation on the APC. Stand by, over.
J'attends les ordres.
All squads is 3-7 break. Go ahead and load back in your VIX. You got on?
Drone cap is loading back in.
J'attends les ordres.
3-4 copies, load.
3, this is 7 on 3-1.
Good for 3 on 3-1.
3, this is 7, we will not debt that M113 until the entire convoy is by it. Or until we get by it.
An enemy prisoner is within command Vic.
Alright, get you guys loaded up. Get vehicles back lined up on the road.
J'attends les ordres.
Have to be advised, it is all ready to roll.
Solid copy 3-2. All squads is 3-7 break. Once we are past this APC, we will blow it. Once we're past it, Last Vic, make sure you 3-4. Make sure you call out when you are severely past it over.
3-4 will relay.
Solid copy.
7, this is 4 on 3-1.
4-7, send it.
7, this will be advised. We're all mounted back up and ready to roll.
4-7,
All squad
solid
3-7,
copy.
break. All loaded and ready to go.
We do have black smoke going to the west. Uniform has eyes on with the UAV. Appears to be garbage and an attempted roadblock. If need be, we will divert the convoy around it over.
We have black smoke to our west,
Roger,
possibly
7, this is
burning
3, we're ready
garbage.
to roll.
They're attempting to set up some type of something there.
7,
We may have to defer on the convoy. Over.
3-2 copies.
Turn gathers. Take 2 copies. 3-4 copies.
Don't want to say. I was speaking French. I didn't realize it.
Havoc 3, this is 3-4.
3-4 is 3-7, send it.
3-7, are we herringboning or just holding our hands?
That is a negative. We're trying to get it to a position where 3-2 can still fucking use their clock over.
3-4 still a copy, we're right next to the APC.
What is going on here?
This is 3, we're controlled by the APC.
I can't hear Brewer again. What the fuck?
3-7, solid
Oh,
copy,
never
just
mind.
stand
Yes,
by.
I can. Wow, they got this position marked as enemy. That'll be interesting. Like, who the fuck tagged that as enemy? Left, right? There's no right turn there.
Four is 7 on 3-1.
7 is 4 on 3-1, send traffic.
4 is is 7. You guys are going to be following up right behind that lead Vic, so close that gap up.
Roger that, 7.
3-3, this is 3-7.
Go for 3-3.
3-3, go on OJ Vic short a little bit, so the transport trucks can catch up to you.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
3-3 copies. We'll slow down speed, but won't stop for now.
I set that whole fucking thing up for them to roll through and be like, hey, that's pretty cool. And someone marked it as a fucking enemy position. Because they're goddamn mouth-breathing retarded. It's the wrong intersection. Where did I just put them? Okay, that's fine. I should have done smoke. But smoke means fire normally.
Has potential law enforcement up front with crash vehicles.
4-7-10.
Disregard 7, I heard you already had that. Disregard.
Where are they going? That's not their turn. Oh man. That's whatever. I can't. I'm not on convoy net. I can't hear Brewer yelling at people for being fucking retarded and not being able to read a goddamn map. Literally everyone has a Blue Force tracker device and can see where all the vehicles are on the map. Why did I just hear a gunshot? Oh my fucking god. Are you kidding me?
This is free full
shots.
3-4, this is 3-7.
They fucked up their route so bad.
This is 3-4, I believe it was to the south.
So I got 3-4. Get off the top.
This is 7 on 3-1. Be advised, I have eyes on foot mobiles to our direct west.
I don't even know where these guys are coming from.
All squads, it's 3-7. We have foot mobiles to our west and the compound with the archway to the west over. 3-3, this is 3-7. 3-3 is 3-7. Try to get your DMR to that compound to the fucking west. They're taking out anything at long range.
Copy that, I'll switch them out.
I can't, like these are my guys. I love them to death, but sometimes they are more retarded than the fucking AI.
7 to go ahead for 3-1.
3 to 7 on 3-1.
Looks like
these assholes are trying to set up a ambush at this time to our direct west as we roll through here.
3-1 is 3-7, send it.
It looks like they're trying to set up an ambuch. The only way we know that is because we fucked up our convoy route so bad that we come up on the side of it.
Solid copy, 3-1. All squads is 3-7, break. We're going to be walking these vehicles through this town. Go ahead and set it up. 3-3, you in the lead. Set up your vehicles. Let's walk these vehicles through this town.
Roger, 7, doing so now.
Roger, 7 up.
3-2 copies.
Havoc 3, do you want us to go to the road to the south and then to the west, or just cut west?
Just go to the road, follow the road, follow along the road. 3-3.
7 on 3-1.
2 copies.
7, this is 4th in traffic.
3-7 out.
4 to 7, just go ahead and get yourselves dismounted from those
3-7,
trucks. Keep
send
the
it.
drivers in them, but keep them behind.
I did not do that. That's pretty fucking cool.
Vehicles with the rest of the convoy over.
The Vics are going to be moving
You can
to
shoot
the west,
at 'em.
following the west and around this path.
Shoot at him!
267.
7, 300 meters out. Solid copy.
Fuck.
Roger, 7 out.
Better shot.
Guy's gotta be invincible. Their aim is not this bad.
Roger, 7, opposed to moving the convoy now.
Roger, 7 out.
That guy was either invincible or those are some of the worst shooters I've ever seen in this game. Because they killed the gunner the first gun.
Set up to our west, so be visual.
Be visual.
Roger,
So
that's
visual
7.
right now.
Sure.
Havoc 3, be advised, I got about 2 thermal contacts bearing 284 within the town.
Solid copy, take it out. Have your MGs fucking take it out.
Havoc 3, there's 3-1.
3-1, 3-7, send it.
Beta is 3-1 is taking rear of the convoy at this time.
Northwest
Say again, 3-1?
3-1 is taking rear of the convoy at this time.
All elements 3-1 be advised. Uniform is reporting foot mobiles within buildings as we push farther west. Break.
All squads is 3-7, break.
Keep you guys
Uniform
aware.
is confirming that we got possible infantry, enemy infantry in buildings that we're moving towards. So possibly we're gonna have to break in and clear these bitches out. Over.
7 on 3-1.
3-2 copies.
7 on 3-1. Make sure you guys keep an eye on the right flank. I am seeing thermals moving out there just a couple hundred meters from us.
Sure.
Make sure you're watching the northeast, north flank.
Turn right.
3-2 copies.
What are they shooting at? Nothing. They're shooting at nothing. Where'd that BTR go?
Got shots from behind us.
Oh yeah, someone flanked all the way up and around him.
3-7, one guy reported up the hill, 320, down. Solid copy, good shit, 3-2. Correction, 250. All squads, 6-7, work. Send it 3-2. 3-3.
Havoc 3, be advised that they just contact from the north, about 2 infantrymen, could be more.
I tried to get him behind cover.
3, this is 7. 3, this is 75. We have squad reference mark 0813 southwest grid break.
Why are these guys going that way? I spawned those guys over here, and they're going up there and across the hilltops.
All squads is 3-7, break. Reference full force markers 0814
Where's the BTR?
13 at grid reference 033
doing?
043. Enemy squad and APC. We're having Thunder come in. We're standing by. We're not. We're standing by.
Oh, here's the BTR.
Sock. Victor, this is 3-7. You cover my last over.
That's 8 from currently holding Vic, getting it into cover at this time.
Sock up, Victor. Sock up, contacts 239. Take them out.
7-3, we're taking contact up to the southwest.
3-7, solid copy. Keep laying it into them.
The airplane boss. Drop a bomb? What did he do? I thought they said he was going to engage.
All squads 3-7. Who has AT4 over? Good shit, 3-4.
The gunner
All
on
squads
inside?
3-7. Check these Vics for fucking 18 4s or 4s. We don't want to use 3 for these fucking BTRs and the piece of armors.
Take the copies.
3-7, break. Alright, we're loading back up in the VIX. Loading back up in the VIX.
Roger, 7 up.
All squads is 3-7, break. Let me know when you guys are all loaded in and ready to fuck some more shit up over.
Affirm 3-4. 7, this is 4 on 3-1. 4-7, send it. 7 is full, be advised, roll in. Back up and ready to roll. Time now.
3-1's all in.
4-7, solid copy. Stand by to move.
3-2 is pushing down to MSR. I'll pick up Alpha element.
3-2 has shots to the west. West, southwest.
3-2, this is 3-7. You say you're doing what, over?
Pushing down the road to pick up our Alpha element.
Solid copy. Relocate up with the VIX.
Seven roll out.
3 to 7, solid copy. We're gonna get this convoy rolling. Keep up that suppressive fire out there.
Solid copy, 3-2. Get some suppressive fire out there to the south, guys.
Roger, 7
All Victor's 5-0, convoy is Oscar Mike. I say again, convoy is Oscar Mike. Maintain 30 kph while in town.
3-2, this is 3-7. You guys will roll up.
I want you to pull up to the T intersection, take a right, and lead us back to the MSR. Once we get to the MSR, you're going to be taking a left. Confirm eyes on T intersection.
Confirm eyes on T intersection.
Solid copy, get us rolling.
Lead VIX rolling.
Solid
3-2 is all in.
Solid copy, 3-2. Relocated in the convoy, 3-4. You said you took an RPG shot over?
Lead VIC, right turn.
Solid copy, 3-4. God is on your side, over.
J'attends les ordres.
Lead Vic has eyes on a roadblock.
Lead Vic, solid copy, get us around it.
Affirm, Lead Vic is going off-road to the left.
Of course, there's smoke in the sky, so they're going to know something's going on over here.
All Victors have eyes on thermal contacts within the buildings to our direct north. Get an engagement line set up, get these vehicles dismounted.
To the north, we only have a Mark 19 field.
Solid copy.
4 to 7, get those fucking vehicles behind some cover as quickly as you can.
These vehicles, all squads is 3-7. Get these vehicles behind cover. We're gonna assault that fucking church. Oh yes, affirm, herringbone it. All squads is 3-7. All squads is 3-7. Hold your VIX back behind definitely. Hold your VIX behind definitely.
3 to 7 on 3-1.
We got fucking multiple squad size element down the road to the northwest.
3 to 7, get these vehicles up on a fucking line. Start laying waste to this convoy.
All squads, this is 3-7 break.
Act 3 is 3-1.
Send it.
Be advised, 3-1's vehicle took a hit to the rear wheels. 2 wheels are down. It's going to take 2 minutes for me to fix them over.
Solid copy 3-1. Stop. All squads is 3-7 break. We have a BTR to the direct west.
Bearing 3-2-3, moving left to right, break. Also
3-7. We have a confirmed MBT in the town somewhere, in the town. I need you to have one of your ATTs moving up to the assault element now.
3-7, that BTR is down.
It's good shit, 3-2. 3-4, this is 3-7. MBT directly north along the road, directly along the road, over.
That's an A-firm, please be advised, I'm not going in, fucking bomb in the center of town, don't hunting over.
Where are you going? Alright, we're going in!
Good, you have 3.
Let's start assaulting this town.
Thanks, buddy.
Word to that shit's coming.
Send it.
4, this is Dagger on 3-1.
Send it through your device.
4, fire for effect, marker 0825. Just to the southwest, mark grid 0-tree-0-0-4-6. 4 rounds, HE.
Full copies on, we'll get set up and send it out.
All squads is 3-7, hold fire, all squads.
What is he saying hold fire for?
4 correction,
This
2
guy's in
last
the middle
fire
of
mission,
CTV.
target buildings in and around 0825.
All squads is 3-7, break.
Roger that, correction.
Having 4 is hitting
Can we
the
spend more than
buildings
4
at
rounds to make sure we hit whatever's left in there?
0825, over.
A-firm, rounds your discretion.
Roger that, Dagger won't be wasteful for us, send it out time now.
What you got?
A-firm, 3-2. Go ahead and take out any threats to the southeast of us. Don't push out of this town too far, over.
3-2 firm.
This time we just had a stragglers pop up to our south.
Who's gonna win the reload battle?
6, over.
Roger, 7-0.
I won the reload battle, but I was not aiming down my sights.
All squads is 3-7, break.
7 is 131.
Once everything is cleared, let me know.
4-7, send it.
7-4 interrogative, I'm seeing lots of blue source markers around that fire mission we just got. Do you want us to hit all of those buildings over?
4-7, that's an A-firm.
Roger that, we'll leave. 4 out.
I think that's Sergeant Ritchie.
I'm pretty sure I'm still good. I'm just taking this opportunity.
Okay. Alright, Alpha is green medical.
Did they not clear this building?
Yellow ammo.
This guy doesn't have a grenade? He only has a grenade, so I can't switch.
This is 7, send traffic.
Disregard 7. This is changing call signs due to 3-6 leaving. I changed to 3-6 and I have my 2SC stepping up. Do you want us to move down to the break? Move down to the southwest, clear that out.
They didn't clear this building.
Just continuing on this route, over.
This time, hold current position.
7. 6 out.
Have 4 be advised, splash.
I don't know what Havoc 4 is shooting mortars at.
All squads is 3-7. 7 defensive, 7 for fucking...
7 is full send traffic.
4, go ahead and pack the tubes up, get pulled up into the town, and stand by to get this convoy rolling again.
All squads is 3-6. Stand by. Standing by to get this convoy rolling. Check net. Havoc 3-2 needs a mic on our pause. Time now.
Like, no one is calling out this fucking contact. What is going on here?
Engaging over.
Shit.
Send it my way. I'll send it up.
7 on 3-1.
7, this is 3-6, send it over.
Oh, never mind. It's the only way.
6 is 7, interrogative, what are your guys engaging?
Finding out time now, 7.
3-2, this is 3-7. What are we engaging? Wait, what?
Did he start clearing and then change his mind suddenly?
7, this is 3-6, over.
That guy's got no magazine in his weapon.
7, this is 3-6. We're taking our sporadic contacts within the buildings, eliminating them, over.
3-2 is not engaging anything at this time.
3-6 is 7.
I'm listening on their platoon net, and no one called that fucking contact out. Are you serious? Where the fuck is my pen?
4 to 7 on 3-1.
Go ahead and line your Vicks back up, and we're mounting back up.
Full send traffic.
4 to 7, go ahead and get your 2 Vicks pulled up to the T intersection there, so you're back in the center of the convoy.
3-6 and
3-1's gonna need approximately 40 0 base last wheel.
Solid copy 3-2. I mean 3-1 over.
7, this is 3-6.
3 to 7, send it.
Be advised, 3-1's Vic is they're currently having to change out some tires. They're gonna give them about 2 mics over.
3-6 is 7, solid copy, they got 1.
Like, there's 3 sergeants on that rooftop.
3-6 out.
3-1, this is 3-6 over.
It's 3-1 set.
3-1, 7 said you got 1 minute. You got 1 mic over.
3 copies.
3-3, go and line your Vic up as firm Vic. And hold it right there on that MSR, over.
3 copies.
All squads, this is 3-6 break. Go ahead and give me an ace report on your guys.
Command, this is Rear Vic on 5-0.
Send it, last Vic.
Interrogative, permission to resume position as second Vic to provide security for the unarmed Vic, over.
Last Vic, run that through your infantry COC that's on your platoon lead to coordinate.
Copy that, second Vic out.
This is 7, say again, last
Solid
on
copy,
3-1.
have a load them in another Vic just for time being, over.
7, this is 4 on 3-1, interrogative. Do you want us to keep position as second in convoy or third in convoy as we started out, over?
4, this is 7, maintain current position.
4 copies, all 7, 4 out.
All squads, this is 3-7 break. 3-6 break. We all loaded back up and ready to go, over. This is 3-6, over.
Convoy command, this is last Vic. Line up.
3-6 is 7, send it.
Tier 1's loading up now.
7, this is 3-6. Having 3-1 loading their Vic now, they'll get him back on the road, over.
3-6 is 7, solid copy. All elements 3-1, notify once you are ready to roll, over.
3-6 copies.
All squads, this is 3-6 break.
Tier 1's mounted up.
3-4, mounted up. 3-3, mounted up, over.
7, this is 3-6, over.
3-6, 7, send.
7, this is 3-6. We're all loaded up and ready to go fuck some more shit up, over.
3-6 is 7, solid copy, stand by for move.
All squads being advised to from 3 is 3-1. Wrong net.
All vehicles on 5-0. Convoy is Oscar Mike. Maintain 30 kph, 50 meter spacing.
Lead Vic confirmed. Lead Vic is rolling.
Is gonna take the rear of the convoy.
Lead Vic, left-hand turn.
Alright, squads, we're on the move.
Last Vic, extra mark.
7, this is 3-6.
Last Vic, left turn.
This 7 on 3-1, say again, last.
How does the speed limiter works on civilian
7,
vehicles?
this is 3-6.
It does.
Interrogative,
30
we got
kph
anything
and
up to
holding.
the front of the convoy, over.
3-6 is 7, that is a negative.
Choppy
9.
FPS.
Looks like it should be a clear road normal.
Like to hit at 7. 3-6 out.
Lead Vic,
Command,
right.
last week, over. Command, this is last week, over.
Send it.
Command, last week, be advised, our top speed is limited to 15 kph due to our vehicle being almost busted out of hell, over.
All vehicles herringbone.
Lead Vic, herringbone left.
Yeah, I thought I repaired it, but apparently.
3 is 7 on 3-1.
Nah.
7, this is 3-6.
status on that last
Already
bit,
used
whether we
4.
can repair it or not.
Solid copy 7.
We'll see.
3-1, this is 3-6.
It's 3-1 set.
3-1, what's the status of the FQ? Is it repairable or not? Over.
We're barely moving.
3, this is 4.
We're trying to catch up with the convoy and we'll see
For this
what we can do about it.
disrupt.
Solid copy.
7, this is 3-6.
3-6 is 7.
They have no rear tires.
7, this is 3-6. That vehicle is done. Over.
District water, we're back and we're operational.
Solid copy 7. Solid copy 7, we'll do so now.
Rock 3-6, advise all these vehicles have at least one spare tire. Get it done. 7 out.
All squad, this is 3-6. Back up.
7, this is 3-6.
3-6 is 7.
7, this is 3-6. We just got some magicals for the fucking tires and it's all fixed over.
Roger, you guys should be working on an NASCAR pit crew. Get everybody loaded back up.
Doing so already, 7. 3-6 out.
Squad's calling y'all out.
Where's the freaking gas thing? Hold on, it tells you on the dashboard, right? It has fuel and it points. See, it says it's on. It says the fuel is on that side. I just don't see where.
7, this is 3-6.
3-6, 7.
7, this is 3-6. We're all loaded up and going back on the road now. Over.
3-6 is 7 south. Copy. Stand by to move.
Alright, stand by to move.
These guys in bandanas. Exactly where I wanted.
All vehicles 5-0, convoy is Oscar Mike. Maintain 50 kph, 50 meters dispersion.
Leavitt confirms and is rolling, starting with a left-hand turn.
Gas stations used to blow up in ArmA 2. I don't know if they blow up in ArmA 3.
Last make, Oscar Mike. Last bit, taking a left. Vehicle front.
Civilian vehicle front.
Civilian vehicle.
Fuck.
All squads, this is 3-6. Break. Make sure that civilian vehicle does not break our lines. We stop that vehicle before it breaks our
3-2
lines.
warning shots on it.
Stop.
One vehicle needs to stop that vehicle.
Last bit, curve and right.
All squads, this is 3-6 break. Vehicles, civilian vehicles, any type of vehicle, civilians, anything does not break our fucking lines. You stop that shit by all costs. Is that understood, all squads? Over.
Alpha plus 50, this convoy command, get it back on the road, we're out for Mike.
3-3 copies.
Mix rolling.
I don't know where the fuck he's going. He doesn't have a waypoint. It's in B4WD. Interesting. It's not an IDAP. I just want.
Lead Vic, left-hand turn.
This is last Vic, going echo speed briefly to catch up.
Lead Vic, convoy command, go ahead and slow speed to 30 kph while the rest of the vehicles catch up.
Confirming, slowing to 30 kph. Lead Vic has civilians on the left.
All squads be advised of the civilians to the left side of the road. Straight running good. 3-3 copy.
What the fuck? Fucking ceasefire, but hey, that's not ceasefire.
All elements on 3-1. Go ahead and pull up on the road outside the cops. Vehicles and dismount them.
All squads pull. All squads go ahead and pull the vehicles onto the road and up like a COP.
I will show you the way. the fuck just happened there?
Alan, what did you do?
Something's good.
You fucked. Like,
all
you might
squads
want to get out of there,
3-6.
my man.
Let's start moving into the cop.
just
Sergeant
happened?
Richie, we have a Alan here. I think he fucked up.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Fucking
I don't know.
Alright, it's not a show. Let's go. Get inside the cop.
Watching your ass.
Deliver the equipment. Let's go. Let's go.
Who?
Make it inside.
Hey, Havoc 4, since when do you guys get air conditioning?
Hey, since when do you not know how to shut the fuck up?
Pushing a cop, get lined up, like, all pretty.
Let's go.
Yep.
Why are you on these?
In we go.
Muller button stuff as well. But
Delta's directly north.
Get in the cop.
Get in the cop. Let's go.
Alpha copies, we'll start taking
Probably what's the south security.
Cheney's heading to the south.
It's not being called. Get security.
Roger.
So
What happened to his weapons, dude?
Move to the south.
Hey, Top, you want them to get up security?
You're looking the wrong way, Stu.
It's hot here.
Hey, getting up security.
Get up
Top,
on the
we're
wall
the
on
cop.
the south.
Everyone's got the south.
we have east.
I'm in the bunker at the south.
Where's that top? Who the
Please
fuck
tell me
is
that was
he?
not an ND.
Who the fuck indeed?
No idea, but it wasn't me.
Aries 7 on 3-1.
You guys?
Nope.
This is Aries on 3-1, I think.
3-2.
You weren't transmitting, but you're right here. Did you get that message to TP Brownlee in here?
3-1.
Negative 3-1.
3-3.
Negative 3-3.
3-4. I know. Havoc 4, this is 3-6.
3-6, this is false in traffic.
4, this is 3-6. Did that ND come from you, over?
That's a negative 3-6. Apparently it came from the guy standing to the right of one of my AGs, over.
All elements on 3-1, be advised, index. Rally in front of me, school circle, condition your fucking weapons.
Condition 4.
4 copies, move to time now.
Index, condition.
Condition 4, bring it in.
Go.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah, you're naked.
Fuck you guys. Sorry, sure.
It's not that hard.
Alright, bring it in right
Alright,
top.
lock it up.
Smith is here.
Condition 4.
Have a 3-2 here, Top.
Don't bump me, dog.
Roger. Kulash and Pike, stand up. Is anybody else seeing them without gear?
From top.
Yes, first sergeant.
Good though.
The fuck is the 506?
Alright, can you guys confirm you still got your uniform and shit on?
Yeah,
first sergeant.
Alright.
Get a new
Alright, looks
uniform
like
out
we
of the
got
box
everybody
behind you, both of you.
Grab a uniform, put it on. Doesn't matter what the fuck's in it.
Got a private carrier that needs a TP.
It's good. You guys are both good.
Alright, Captain, can you check back at the airbase real quick and make sure there's nobody sitting back there that somehow got missed? Alright. So, I do not have many complaints at all tonight. That went pretty fucking seamless. The only issue I seen was a general lack of situational awareness. Primarily from the lead Vic, but this goes to all vehicles. If we're, granted, we have been lucky enough to not have to deal with any type of IEDs or VBIEDs lately, but that does not mean it's completely foreign to us. We do come across them. So if you guys see shit lying along the side of the road that looks like it does not belong there, or if it's in the center of the road, go the fuck around it. Do not stop. That's how they start a fucking ambush. but go around it. Give it a very wide berth. Make sure you call it out on convoy net so that all the vehicles are aware of it, but make sure you go around it. And like I said, notify everybody of it. Next, the first time it happened, you guys did a really good job. We had a civilian vehicle approach the convoy. Somebody fired the warning shot on it, and it fucking took off. Now, I had to go off comms for a quick second, and whilst I was off comms, as soon as I come back, here's a civilian vehicle driving right down the center of our fucking convoy down the road. That shit does not happen. I don't give a fuck where we're at. No civilian vehicle comes in our lines. No civilian on foot, no civilian on vehicle gets that close to our fucking trucks. You fire a fucking warning shot before they get that close to us. If they do not stop, then you disable that vehicle. Is everybody clear on that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alright, never again better I see a fucking civilian vehicle that goddamn close to our trucks. I understand, like I said, we don't deal with VBIEDs and stuff that often, but I'm telling you from personal experience, civilian vehicles getting that close to your truck is one of the most terrifying fucking things that can happen in real world. Do not let it happen again. But that's the only real complaints I have tonight. You guys did an outstanding fucking job as far as keeping those vehicles protected, engaging targets, getting those trucks up on engagement lines and so on, keeping your dispersion and your speed, everybody staying close together but not getting too close. Guys did a pretty damn good job, and the communication seemed to flow pretty well, at least at my end. So, go down the line. Sergeant Richie, anything from Havoc 3? Use your big boy voice. The one goddamn time I need you to fucking actually yell.
Sorry, my pipe's a little rusty, top.
Anything from Havoc 3?
Nothing from Havoc 3, top. Can you hear me?
Roger. Corporal Hardman, anything from Havoc 4?
Thank you, Top. Two things very quickly. Not having radios in our VIX was a bit of a struggle at times. If we do that kind of thing again, it would make it a lot easier if we can have a VIC that has a radio in it. The second thing, I just wanted to pass this on. This was a comment collectively from across my section tonight. We all felt that was among the most immersive experiences we've had with the civilians and everything. We all really enjoyed ourselves. I just wanted to thank everybody involved for putting that together, because that went really good for us. That was all I had. Thank you, Top.
Roger. Yeah, and you guys did a shit hot job on those fire missions, especially that last one was very effective from what Thunder was saying. Alright, Dagger.
Nothing from Dagger.
Lieutenant Brownlee, anything from 74th?
Nothing from 74th, this one.
Alright, Chief, anything from Deco?
Nothing from Rotary, First Sergeant.
Alright, Chief, apologies we couldn't get you in here doing much else. Alright. Captain?
Did you guys have a good time tonight? I know someone already said it, but did you think the civilians doing shit was cool?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Firm.
Absolutely.
Hey, firm.
Whatever
Alright.
makes it immersive, sir.
Now let's talk about the things you guys really fucked up from my perspective. Two big things. The first one was, and I don't know who this was, probably the first sergeant, so he's gonna fucking yell at me, but you guys fucked up the convoy route so bad that you went over a hill off the end of a road and accidentally came up on the flank of the enemies that were supposed to engage you guys at the point where you were supposed to actually go off-road, which was the barricade, which you actually ended up just diverting to and going back around and not engaging the area full of enemies that I had set up for you to engage. So what happened when you guys went past that civilian wreck with the cop saying, hey, go around? You had two options there, and you took the third option, which made no sense. Your two options were just go around and stay on the road, or take a left at the intersection they were at, and then take your first immediate right, and then get back on the same road you were at. Instead, you guys went left. You went all the way up to the top of the hill where the road ended, and then you continued past where the road ended, off-road, down slope, and then you cut back to the right and that's when the guys over in that area started shooting at you. What happened there?
Captain, that was my call to make the left there at that four-way intersection along the MSR and the ASR. But the only point where we went off-road over a hill was at the next town over at Rosalia. That was nowhere near where that accident was. We went south at San Reluco down the ASR there and went right through the heart of the southern portion of San Reluco and then went west and cut back north.
I'll show you on the map what you did. And I'll make it quick. This is where you went off-road. Or not off-road, but you took a left at the wreck. And then what I expected you to do was go this way and get back on the road. What actually happened was you guys went this way off the end of the road and then cut back that way.
Yeah.
All right. All right, the other big thing was when you guys pushed up on Rosalia, you had your nice little firefight. The tank got exploded. You guys pushed in. You started clearing the buildings. And then this building right here had a fucking guy still in it. So I took control of the guy, and I thought people were coming in to clear it. So I had him looking down the stairwell up the hallway to, you know, just to give some immersive shooting from the AI. And I waited, and I waited, and I waited. And about a minute after I started waiting, I realized that no one was coming to clear the building, and the building was unclear. So I popped the guy up onto the roof, and I started shooting at whatever squad was across the street on another roof. And for a good solid 2 minutes, I was poking that guy out and shooting at whatever squad was right there, and I heard jack shit on platoon comms as far as contact reports. I didn't hear anyone communicating in local. I didn't hear anyone communicating on platoon net. What the fuck was that? That was atrocious. That was not a rhetorical question. What the fuck was that?
No answers for that, sir. No answers for that, sir. We'll get it addressed.
Private Bollinger.
Thank you, First Sergeant. I was the
Put yourself on yelling.
Thank you, First Sergeant. It was myself and Sergeant Munson that were on that roof, and I did call it up that we were taking contact. I think I called the direction as east, and I called that he was on the roof and in the second floor of that building. I was holding security because Sergeant Munson was down as our team lead.
He's probably down because he got shot by that guy.
Correct. That's the reason why I did not push across and clear that building, because I was staying there with him.
All right, Sergeant Taylor.
Thank you, First Sergeant. I recall the building, I was on the ground by it after other teams had already moved through, the weapons squad moved in, and I noticed there was a green X on that building. I then seen the friendlies down on the building. I didn't actually hear the gunfire when they went down. But then after they were down, there was a bunch of people throwing grenades at the building, so it was impossible for me to move into it, and they were already being engaged at that point, but I didn't see anybody actually moving into the building.
The building that the guys were down on the roof of is not the building that that guy was in.
I understand, Captain. Yeah, it was the one across the street. I know where they were throwing the grenades at, so I seen that's where they were taking the fire, but that building did have a green X on it, so somebody claimed that they
That's
cleared it.
even, that just makes it even worse. If
Yeah.
that building had been marked as clear, that just compounds the situation. So I'll let you take care of that at platoon level, Sergeant Ritchie, but that shit needs to get addressed and fixed. Like, the communication there was non-existent, at least at platoon level. That was not called up, hey, this is whatever squad we're taking contact from a building. And I didn't hear any of the guys in local calling it up either. Like, I was close enough to them across the street that I should have heard someone say something.
Final copy, sir. Get addressed.
Alright, that's all I got.
Alright, thank you, Captain. And again, thank you for an excellent mission. Any C's or Q's from the fucking peanut gallery? You got 5 Sierra. Starting Richie.
Thank you, Top. I was having this issue tonight, and I don't know if anybody else was experiencing this, but at moments you would talk or someone would talk on another net, it would just completely lower. I don't know if that's something that anyone else experienced.
Then what would lower the volume?
Yeah, the volume on the communication will lower top. Like, you would go completely low for me.
I personally have no idea. I know last week we had, or at least myself, experienced an issue where the long-range radios, when they were on speaker, were very fucking quiet in comparison to what they normally are. But posted in the bug reports, and I'm sure S4 will take a look at it, see if they can reproduce it.
Not a copy, Top. That's all I had.
Corporal Hardman?
Thank you, First Sergeant. It just may
That's
be
different
related.
from the
there
radio
was
glitch.
more than one occasion where you called me, and you sounded like you were calling me for the second time after not getting a response. And I didn't hear you previously, so it may be related to that. I'll do some digging and see what I can turn up on that as well.
Oh, it's probably the same fucking TFAR TeamSpeak bug bullshit that we've been dealing with for months.
Whenever you guys are having a problem with comms, restart, just tab out and restart TeamSpeak. Shut it down, restart it, rejoin the channel. That normally fixes most problems.
Quickest, easiest way. Sergeant Yogi?
Thank you, First Sergeant. My comments really thought the VIX. 3 callers of the way in for the FTX. My guy had issues getting back into the VIX, which caused my guys to be split between 2 VIX, between 3-3 and 3-4. It just randomly happened, we just couldn't get into the VIX.
Roger, posted in the bug report. The only time I've ever seen that people have issue of getting into VIX is when someone inside the vehicle friendly fires someone.
Or you murder a civilian like you guys did at Checkpoint Oisti. There was a civilian.
That will also do it. So someone inside your vehicle fucking smoked a friend or smoked a civilian.
There was a civilian Vic actually at the checkpoint being inspected, and someone lit the civilian up. Because when I looked over there towards the end of the firefight, he was dead as shit, and his car had been completely destroyed.
Negative for Sergeant and Cap. This is a guy had to get ringside back in from him crashing, and he just couldn't get inside the VIX straight after.
Alright.
Alright, any other C's or Q's? Nope. Alright, good. You guys are dismissed. Get the fuck out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. Good job tonight.
They might have mortared it. I wasn't paying attention. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's mission.